3 engineers. My name is Sabyasachi, and let's get started with the Python in 10-minute series. In this session, we are going to cover lists and dictionaries, and we are going to see how to access by index, how to update values, length, slicing, and maintaining order, right? So now if you look at lists and dictionaries, so what are lists? Lists are very much like strings only. Here you can have multiple elements which could be of different data types. So let us look at this with an example. Now in this list, I'm going to first define a variable zoo animals, and I am going to use square brackets here, and I'm giving strings, 4 strings here, right? Now if you look at the statement here, we have a print statement. Okay, let me first run these 2 statements and see. So what is happening here is we have defined a list and given it in that list we have given 4 items, and out of those 4 items we have printed the first 2 items. Then how did we print it? With the print function, print statement. The first animal at the zoo is plus zoo animals of 0. Now this is accessing by index. Now if you can see, we have accessed the first element, which is pangolin, out of this zoo animals list. Now 1 is the second animal. Now 3 would be sloth, 4 would be peacock, like 0, 1, 2, 3. 2 would be sloth and 3 would be peacock. So you have to remember that it starts from 0 like strings, right? So now if you look at a little more examples, let us check the same here. Now we have another list which has now a data type of integers 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the list is created. Now what are we trying to do here is we are going to print adding the numbers at indices 0 and 2, right? Which means we are trying to add numbers, the name of the list and the index 0 plus numbers 2, which is the index for the second. So now 0 would be 5, and the value at index 2 is 7. So if we try to print it here, let's check. It's going to print 5 plus 7, which is 12, right? So pretty much very much like strings. Now how do we update values? We just go ahead and reassign another value. Let's just say here, let's do the same thing. Changes. Okay, now at zoo animals 2, what do we have? 0, 1, 2, we have sloth, and right now here we are trying to equate and reassign it with hyena, right? So let's see if there's an exception here. Let's try to run it. Okay, I've just removed the space. Okay, now let us try printing the animal at the index 2. Yeah, the animal is sloth, right? Okay, let's just say 0, 1, 2. Did we? Oh, okay, so this is before. Okay, so we have done a mistake here. We are giving the print statement here. Now you can see after the reassigning, now it is going to print the new statement. Now we can see expected and indent. Okay, let's take it inside and then print it. The second animal at the zoo is hyena. Now you can see that we have changed and updated the value of that particular list, right? And now moving forward, the length of list is also pretty much simple. Now what do you write is len, len of the name of that particular list, right? So I'm just going to say length of zoo, say zoo underscore animals, and I'm just going to write print of this, right? Let's try to run it. Now the length is 4. So that is also pretty much straightforward. And now the lists, the lists are always very much editable. Now, if you see, there is a list which is a suitcase. Now, this is an empty list we have given just to square brackets. It's an empty list. Now, when we use this list function, dot append, and in that particular parentheses, we give that string or integer, this gets added here, right? So let's just try to print suitcase first. What is coming in here? You can see that there's only sunglasses, right? So now we have appended dot append. Append is nothing but add to end, right? So it will get added towards the end. Now we are adding 3 new strings. So that first let us see what is the suitcase printing now. The suitcase has 4 items, right? Okay. Now list length is length of suitcase, because we have seen the same length of parenthesis suitcase. Now there are percentage d items. Now here the integer placeholder is there. Here list length will come, which is 4 items. There are 4 items in the suitcase, and those items are the ones below, right? So this is how you append and know the length of a particular list. Now slicing is also easy. Now basically what happens is we do not want every time whole of the list, right? Maybe we just want the second and third item, like maybe we want students only in the second bench, not the whole row. Now that for that reason we use slicing. Now how slicing works is, let's go ahead and try to add a new code piece. Now we have suitcase, the list, and you see the first index is from where to start. Now 0 is sunglasses, 1 and 2 is passport. So the 2 is excluded. You will not have, when we write 0 to 2, which means just give 0 and 1. So it will print the last whatever digit is there minus 1. So when, like, for example, let's try to print first. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Now you can see that we only have sunglasses and hat. So it is not 0, 1 and 2, it is only 0, 1. So if I have to print the passport also, then I should say 0 to 3. Now what is going to do is, it is going to take the first 3 items here, right? So the last index does not take that particular item. Now, for example, if we just want from 1 to 3, which is hat and passport, you can just give slice the list using this way. Like, now the first, the variable first is a slice of the actual suitcase list, and it only has 2 items in it, which are actually in the suitcase. Which are actually in the suitcase. Now, when we create a slice, this does not edit the main items in the suitcase, right? So if I try to print what is there in the suitcase, you will still see all of the items still there. So you're not deleting anything, you're just slicing and putting it in another variable, which is also a list, right? So this slicing is also easy. Now if you want to slice something inclusive, like just to add on, we have another list. Now animals, we have, this is a string, just say cat, dog, frog without any spaces, we have the string. Now you can see the first 3 characters of animal. If you just want the first 3 characters, you need not mention if you are from 0, you can always leave it as empty and say colon and till where you want. Now, so the cat in this variable, it will have an cat because 0, 1, 2. So all these things will come here. And if you want towards the end, if you do not want, you do not know, like you want to say from second bench, everyone get up, right? You don't want to say from second bench, get up till the 10th bench. You want to say, then you say from 6 colon and leave the last one here, right? So now I'm just going to print cat and remove this for now. Now you will see that there is cat. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to make it 0 to 6, right? So it will, the cat will have no cat dog, right? So that is how this works. But if I say I want from 4 to 6, it will just have OG, right? So if I want from 7 till the end, right, it is going to give me FROG, like ROG, right? So let's just say 6. So it will take from the 6th index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is F, from F till the end, right? So this way you can have the first 3 characters without having the first mentioning the first 0, and towards the end also you can leave that particular number, right? Now maintaining order is nothing but sorting any particular list. Now if you look at this particular statement, let us try to run this. Now we have animals and the list has 6 strings, right? Now animal.index duck, which means return whatever index wherever duck is there. Now it will return 0, 1, 2. Now 2 will be saved in duck index. Now if I want to insert something else instead of duck in that particular list, you can use the insert function, which says animals.insert duck index, which is 2 comma cobra, right? So first let us try to print it 2 places. Now first I'm going to print it before the insert statement. Let's print animals. Now we have all the 6 animals. Now we are going to print what is there in the duck index, right, which will be 2, and then we are going to run this insert function 2 comma cobra, right? So now let us run after this. Now you can see the duck index had 2. At index 2 we used dot insert to insert at the index to cobra, right? So you can see that instead of replacing, we have just inserted a new animal at one particular index, right? So this is how you have used dot insert, and you have used dot index, and you have also used dot append to better organize your lists, right? So this brings us to the end of this particular session. In today's session, we have progressed a little more in our Python learning journey. In our next session, we will see how to work with dictionaries, and the link to the free Python email course, the code snippets, and notes for today's session are in the description. And if you like this video, please drop the top 3 learnings in the comment section and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.